Didn't get us anything checked out like we normally do. Oh, there. I think Darren Keeper's already getting back to us. Look at that. Hello, everybody. Give us 1 second. I gotta close this. Get back to our Zoom. All right. Let me just check, make sure those keep messages.
Darren sent a new message. Sweet. Would you like to reply?
Sweet. I don't know. No. I don't know what sweet means. He was just supposed to send me a thumbs up when the link was posted. So I don't know. I don't know if sweet means that he's up and going. I'm going to give him a second. Seto, while we wait and see if he sends another message, how did the football games go for the kids today?
Landry's team won scrimmage the people. We lost 25-7. Right before I was leaving for the field, I got a text that quarterback was sick and he wasn't going to be there. So,
and it was already going to be it was a good team you played today, so it was already going to be a tough game. But playing a tough game without your quarterback. Did my boy Delaney get moved to quarterback?
Yeah, he played quarterback.
He did? Oh, I was joking. There's DK.
Yeah, no, he played quarterback. He just ran the ball.
Sent a new message. Posted.
All right, we're posted. No.
That's all
My
your messages.
last question before we start. Did Landry beat up any boys on the other team this week?
No.
I mean, boys have start the fight. She didn't start the fight, but did she have to finish any fights this week? My girl.
No, she was fine. No, nothing out of the norm, or nothing out of the ordinary. She didn't say anything happened with any players or whatever.
So I'm gonna try music one more time, but I listened back last time. I thought it sounded good, but I didn't have it loud enough when I was talking. So I wanted to do it. This isn't the song I'll use. Do a little test music with you, Seth Dog. If I'm talking and stuff, is that too loud? Loud enough? Is that good?
Yeah,
huh?
That's fine.
That's good.
That's
All
fine.
right. This song's this for you, Seth Dog. Here we go. Except for it didn't start. Hello. Welcome back to the Beepball Blues Show. Bring it in. Music for tonight's show provided by B Mob. Bravo hyphen Michael Oscar Bravo. Check out B Mob from the Bayou City Heat wherever you get your music. Episode 103. Neil DAWG. Bam Bam here with me. What else, Seth Dog?
It's funny. When I first started playing that, I didn't know what it was, but sounded like the Harry Potter music on the audio.
On the movies? Oh,
on the audio.
I never thought of that, but there is something very similar to that. At least the what's his name? John Dale? The John Dale one?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's a good call, man. I never heard that. That's good ears, that dog.
That's what threw me when you were like, "Oh, this is for you." I was like, "Well, Harry Potter, man. I like me some Harry Potter."
That never had this kind of beat, though. Well, welcome back to the Beepball Blues Show. We are live tonight. Got Richie Flores joining us. The big noise of Beepball. The show is just being posted for tonight in the Beep Baseball Network, on the Beep Baseball Network page. So everybody should be hitting the like button on that by now. Way past that. We're going to do a little crossover with our boy, Richie Flores. What up, Richie?
Hey, what's up, Neil Dog? What's up, Seth? What's going on, fellas? Glad to be here again. Last time we were talking, I was trying to run for vice president, and it looks like it all turned out pretty well. And I kind of give it up to having that platform to talk to you guys about that. I think it really helps. So good to be back, and and shoot the breeze with you guys. Some Beepball breeze in the fall, man. We're ready.
Just like the last episode, you sound like you're in a bathroom.
Still?
Yeah.
I've even moved into the room, man. It's my hardwood floors. I even got furniture in here now.
I was gonna ask if you got any furniture.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bed in here. I got a computer desk.
You sound like we stuffed you down in a well.
Yeah, right.
It won't let you out till the show's over.
Oh, well, good thing I guess we are on video. So if I am sitting on a toilet, sorry, guys.
Actually, that was going to be one of my most important questions. Now that you're already first VP, have you gone back to audio only? But it sounds like your video. Richie, I got to applaud that. I thought you were going to punk out on us.
I've got my pick'em hat, my fantasy guru hat on, and ready to go, man. That's why I excused myself for a minute earlier. I got to get my lucky hat on, so we can get to these picks, man. It's gonna be great.
That's fine. I tried to do two things and I messed up badly. I tried to put on my favorite shirt, my lucky shirt, and I realized once I had my shirt on and ready to go, I got a different shirt on than what I thought I had on.
Oh yeah.
But I'm feeling a little embarrassed. Seth, I'll probably laugh at this. My goatee, I always keep like short, I trim it a lot and I keep it kind of closely cropped or whatever. But something why I said, Seth, you'll think this is funny. I'm very guilty of when I'm shaving like the hair off my cheeks or whatever, that my cute little chubby cheeks, that I don't like keep a finger or anything up there. I should sit there shaving like I could see. And sometimes I just get it way too close. And then when I'm looking finally and see that I got something messed up, I try to like match it on the other side and I make it just worse and worse. I don't know if I actually have a goatee at this point after I butchered it just now in the shower.
Yeah.
That half a goatee, man.
What's that? Yeah, right? It breaks off between the mustache and the beard part.
New style, man. New style.
Just the T.
Yeah, just the T.
My first thought was, it will be okay because, my hair is dark and like there's still stubble there. So it'll kind of on the camera probably still show up dark. And then I forget that, my hair was dark a long time ago. I don't think there's a lot of dark to my goatee anymore.
Yeah, I would imagine that's the case.
Our buddy Jason had when one of his two daughters was a little baby. I was holding her and she's kind of playing with my goatee or whatever. It's like, you like that salt and pepper? And he's like, I think a little more salt now, Neil. All right. Fine. So I don't know what I got going. Sorry. It ain't pretty, but we're here. Richie, I do have one other very important question for you as PR now that you're the second vice president. How come you reached out, asked me to join your committee, and then ghosted me, man? Blasted me out of there. Left me hanging. I wasn't even at the meeting. Seth Dog had a meeting without me. I was supposed to be on the committee.
I looked into it, and there was a glitch in the NEAL dog. I think they put NEIL, and so your email was wrong in our PR group, dude. So we fixed it. I think we finally gave you a test, and you replied, and so we're good to go, man. We got another one October 5th. We've chatted. I caught you up. You're good. You're always on the end. You don't even need to make it to meetings. People will call you and tell you what happened.
Oh, don't tell me I don't need to make it. I'm not a motivated individual. Don't say I don't need to make it to the meeting. You will never see me at one. But how politically correct was that answer, Seth Dog? Guys already like in the role, like, oh, there's a glitch. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, a glitch. What are them political glitches?
Always a loophole and a glitch somewhere.
He was quietly pointing the finger at whoever wrote the email address in there. Now, if it was him, all right, that's what he was quietly doing. Now, it could have been him, it could have been somebody else, but he was. It wasn't so politically correct as just trying to be.
I found out you didn't get our message. I had to look into the bureaucracy. What's going on here?
All right, thank you.
What's going on?
Kind of I don't know if it's a funny story, but a true story about the two different spellings that my name is and what it could have been. Obviously my parents chose to go N-E-A-L, or as Seth likes to call me, Naal. They named me Naal. He's white. He's tall. We just call him Naal. That was a song Seth wrote for me years ago.
I am so freaking creative.
People don't think we're funny.
Yeah,
Can't laugh at ourselves when we're this funny. Come on.
Yeah, right.
When I was still sighted, so this goes back to the 70s, man. I was laying in bed one morning, just waking up. My mom and my sister were out at the like breakfast nook having talking or whatever, and I overheard their conversation. They're talking about the spelling of my name, and this was at a point like in the last 2 years before I lost my eyesight, I was going downhill, like getting in trouble all the time at school, stuff like that. And I woke up to my mom having a conversation with my sister how she wished she had spelled my name N-E-I-L, because the people with their name spelled N-E-I-L are successful. like Neil Diamond, like had all these Neils she was naming off were successful Neils. And man, because she spelled it with an A, I was becoming a C and D student.
Too bad you didn't have the internet then. You could have searched up some Neils that were in prison and say, look, Mom, look, this Neil, he's N-I-E-L, he's a loser.
I never found one until I was like, I didn't know how he spelled it till I was a little older, but Neil, you won't even know who he is, but Neil Peart, I think they pronounce it, the drummer for the rock band Rush. I think he spells his name N-E-A-L, but I haven't found a lot of others. So she might have been right. So he's Canadian. That might have made a difference. If you're in Canada, you spell with an A.
No, I haven't seen a lot of Neil. I did have a student once who spelled his name N-E-A-L.
Please don't tell me you failed them.
No.
Okay, good.
Man. No, I did. But I did take note to it. I was like, hey, look.
Naal, did you call him Naal in class?
No.
So, Richie Rich, man, how have your first couple of months as second VP gone? Has it been what you anticipated? A little overwhelming? Like where are you sitting?
Yeah, a little bit of both, most definitely, everything I anticipated, that, we're going to get going on the social media and kind of working that a little bit. We've been on TV as far as Beepball's concerned, we hit the NBC right after the World Series. So we got a lot of traction there.
Yeah, Callie, shout out to Callie. Our man Darren Keepers helped us out with the show tonight. Go ahead.
Go ahead. We're featured on a magazine, Compete magazine. It's kind of an international baseball awareness kind of sports magazine. So they feature a lot of Paralympic things on there usually and things like that. So Beat Baseball is mentioned there. Even Yasaba's posting stuff about our World Series. So things are going pretty well. We've developed a new page called the Beat Baseball Network, where we hope to send our fans and family to. It's a page, not necessarily a group like Beepball Nation or any of those other groups. It's more of a page for folks to go once we start archiving some really cool games from our history. And so we've been really busy, but yeah, definitely overwhelming in that, there's always something happening. And we always gotta, we all have our own, 40-hour-a-week jobs on top of this. Is this a volunteer job? But
yeah, we do.
It does feel, it definitely feels like, it definitely you feel that pressure like it was like a paid job, so because everything's always going on. But yeah, man, we're excited. We're about to hit Disability Awareness Month and Adaptive Sports Month and Meet the Blind Month and all these October months that it represents. So get ready for a lot of social media blasts on that. We want everybody to like the MBBA Facebook page, follow the MBBA or the Beat Baseball Network page for more content and yeah, just stay engaged with us and just watch. I think in October there's going to be a couple surprises where we might be on TV again. I'm hoping, I'm crossing my fingers. There's some really cool stuff that happened that I can't wait to share with the world. But we got to wait till October, and it might be another one of those 3 letter channels and that we're really proud of. So Beat Baseball is on the move, man.
BBN, Beat Baseball Network, BBN. We gonna be on the BBN in October.
We're always gonna be on the BBN, but we're gonna even there were some actual photographers from like some big wig companies that were videotaping Beat Baseball over the weekend that I heard. So I'm really excited that's going to come out pretty soon. I'm gonna have to tease it here because I'm under advisement from the particular community that put it together that they want to share it first. So they'll share it and then we'll all share it. We'll have a conversation about it.
It's all good as long as it all gets out there.
Yep.
That's a going thing. Seth, you got anything for our man on his new job?
It's so funny, man. I'm sorry, man. After I spend all day at these freaking football games and they go bad and there's just nothing craziness and all that stuff, man. I'm so beat. So I sit here. I've already yawned like 4
I've heard
times.
you yawn so many times.
Like, man, I'm just beat, man. So
you yawn right out at the hey Richie, how's it going? You're like, here we go.
We're gonna take advantage of his kind of not being all there and his lethargicness, and we're gonna beat him in fantasy this today, I think, man.
Yeah, join the freaking club.
He gets beaten reality and gets beaten fantasy.
Well, I guess just for my own, I kind of finish up on the public relations. I am a member of Richie's public relations committee. I'm excited about that. Looking forward to it, being involved. And he's already asked me to get involved with some stuff coming up in October. I get to moderate. He just mentioned, Richie, October's disability awareness, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do a month. So we're going to do a disability awareness chat. I get to moderate. So I get to go out there and do some talking without you telling me to shut up. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about that. Richie, man, so we put in the little description that we are going to do a little fantasy draft tonight just for fun, involving the players who have committed to All-Star Weekend at this point that we think we know of. I'll call it officially unofficial on the list, but I think it's accurate. But yeah, Richie, man, Richie, you mentioned that you were part of a fantasy league at the World Series. All the years that Seth and Eric Mazariegos and I played together, E-Dog and Kevin Simpson would do a fantasy football. I mean, they started doing that back like in 92 or something, maybe even before that. So Kevin and E-Dog did a fantasy like draft with each other for years and years. Neither one of them ever drafted me, man. It was really hurtful. But you did like you guys did a whole full-on league, man. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, our buddy Scott Hogwood, all of us know Big Dog Hogwood. He's probably had this league going at least 2 years that I know of. It's kind of we don't want a lot of people to know because it's kind of weird.
No, right? I'm glad we're keeping it quiet.
But now it's out. Fantasy's out. We're even in California, we're voting on DraftKings this November. You know what I mean? So it could be legal for betting. So we're getting close everywhere. And so even in Beepball, it's kind of cool to hear. I know that Kevin has done it in the past, but I know Scott Hogwood, he kind of kept it within his team. I think last year, he was with the Titans, and so it was kind of a little team fun thing. And what they would do is draft. I believe they would draft 8 players, and so they'd use the whole. They'd wait till about July, so when all the team rosters are all filled out and they're shared with the team contacts and whatnot. And so we use the World Series rosters, and there's probably about I think there was 10 of us this time around. In the league, and we get to draft 8 players. We get to start 6, and if somebody gets hurt, we have some reserves for people to kind of come in and take over, right? And so it was pretty neat. Of course, this year, Demo wins.
Evo
Of course.
TBBS insider, Demetrius Morrow.
Even by picking himself, even picked himself and still won with him kind of getting hurt.
Ooh, that was a bad pick too.
But again, you know, if somebody gets hurt, you can slide someone in from that.
Hey, so how's the scoring go?
Yeah, so the scoring is pretty simple. It's basically all positive stuff. So it's like every run, every put out counts as a point. You know, if you hit a home run, you get 2 points, of course, right? I believe Scott had something in there where you had some bonus points if you went like you batted 1,000 for the game.
For a game. Okay.
So if you went 3 for 3, you would get, you know, that how many points? 3 points, right? Added to that. So if you went 4 for 4, you get 4. You went 5, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that was the only kind of bonus stuff as far as everything else. But everything was pretty simple. You know, you score a run, you get a point. You make a put out, you get a point. So it's pretty heavy again, kind of like in fantasy football. You know, you got to have volume. You got to be in the right spot. You know, running backs make the most. They get the most touches in football. You know, in baseball, in beat baseball. You know, if you get a lot of at bats and you're up front making some scoops, you're going to be a good fantasy player in beat baseball.
So you're saying, even though all this talk about trying to figure out a way to have all stars from the outfield and the infield, that in your fantasy league you don't even break them up into outfielders and infielders? Is that what you're telling me?
Gotta get points, man.
You gotta get points. You know,
gotta get points.
It seems like, I mean, you could get some
more. Hey, this is BS, man. I have a list of people who are at this thing this weekend, and I don't know who plays short and who doesn't play short.
Honestly, man, there's not a lot. There's not a lot of short guys in this list. There's only a few. So a lot of folks really did make a lot of plays in right field and in mid. You know, look at Mike Finn, dude. Mike Finn made 19 putouts.
Yeah, and that's productive from being. He's kind of, I believe, plays kind of more of a middle outfield, but
Mike Finn had 36 fantasy points this year.
Yeah, I believe it. You know, I was thinking, Seth, like it's crazy because I like when Richie told me they did this, I was like, oh, that sounds hecka cool. I'd love to do that. And I would be able to do it now, but had like Eric and Kevin ever asked me to join them in their draft, like I didn't know the players like I do now. I couldn't have done a draft like eight teams with or 10 teams with 8 players. I couldn't have named 80 players from the league at that point. It's crazy that I could now. But and a lot of that's a help from like the lists that get put out in Beepball Nation and the fact that, you know, the teams rosters are up now. You know, we didn't have all that kind of access back then. So there's a reason we didn't know the other teams as well. But it's crazy that just, more like from doing our show and just following all these cats that I would be more prepared now than I would have been when I was a player.
You do it like all my fantasy drafts with some of my friends, you know, especially on the female persuasion. It was like, oh, he's cute, I'll pick him. and then they end up winning. so it could have just been that. You know?
That was very sexist sounding, I gotta say. I'm gonna do a screen share.
I hear that.
Hey, what are you sharing there?
I don't think that worked. Okay, yeah.
He's just trying to share, I would assume, the list of people. That'd be my guess. I'm just taking a stab out in the dark, though.
I'll leave that alone. This is I did an update with Zoom, and the choices are different. So I think I got it. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Good. Yay. All right. So I wanted to. I thought I want to write the players down, like who drafts who as we go. So we have like an active list for anybody that is able to check out the video. I have the whole list of players that we can draw from. I have made an executive decision, since there's 3 of us, we're always planning to do 7 players apiece with 22 committed members. going to All-Star Weekend that I know of. But before it's just gonna be like, who is gonna be left over? I was like, let's do it the other way. I decided to take Zach Arambula off the list. He's undraftable. He can't put up with the man. No, I'm kidding. He's the highest ranked player on any ranking that's been out.
Not on my list. Not on my list.
Well, then you won't have to worry about it. You won't be disappointed. But I decided rather than just leaving one person left over at the end, I'm going to knock off the person I thought should have been the consensus number one pick. But I honestly, I make it more because he was the highest ranked player.
Yeah.
That out of the players that have committed to going. So I'm going to name off the players for those who can't see it so they know who our 21 players are. They are in alphabetical order. And then once we do that, we'll decide on our order that we're going to draft. So the first name on the list is Kyle Bora. Right? You guys can't hear the audio, right? I did it correct this time? Okay. So Kyle Bora of the Gateway Archers. Daniel Brock of the Austin Blackhawks. Ricky Castaneda, Little Meat from the San Antonio Jets, Mike Coughlin of the Bayou City Heat, Axel Cox, Jets, Gerald Dykes, Thunder, Mike Finn, Blackhawks, Stanley Griffin from the Tyler Tigers, Dakota Hogwood from the Fire, Justin Holland. They do that on their streams. I didn't just decide to go totally silly. I mean, I might have, but I didn't that time. Anyway, Justin Holland, the home run hitter from the Edge. Hillary House Oswald. Kalari Gertley Jackson. I'm sorry, I got distracted because I didn't mention that Hillary plays for the BCS Outlaws. Kalari Gertley Jackson of the Chicago Comets. Ron Jordan Tigers. Casey Krause Fire. Richie Kressel of the Gateway Archers, John Marcus of the Fire, Mark Morris of the Edge, Tyler Rodriguez from the Fire, Richie Schultz, Comets, David Smith, Jets, and Day Sterling from the Blackhawks is our list. So I've had two thoughts on how we should, the order we should go in. My first thought is, Richie's our guest. We should let him have the first pick. But I was like, Seth's at such a disadvantage.
Yeah, let's get
like I have any freaking shot. I don't know. I don't know any of these people. But of course, I'll get the number one pick and absolutely waste it. So.
Take Zach Arambula. He's on the entry list.
I can tell you if they're good looking or not.
So you could have the trick. We'll do a snake draft like they do in fantasy drafts. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. Keep reversing the order. So Seth, would you rather have the third and fourth pick, or would you rather have the first pick?
I'll take the first pick.
All right. Put you in. Bam. Bam. Richie, do you want the second pick or you want the third and fourth pick?
I'll take the third and fourth.
I never even thought that I wasn't going to give you guys that choice because I wanted the third and fourth. But I was like, I bet it's the right thing to do. All right. You punk.
Yeah, you're writing them down so you don't have to go back to back with yourself.
All right. So I've got us all in. Bam, bam. You are on the clock. And there's no clock. So
there is no clock or there is a clock?
Well, I mean, we're not going to sit here with a timer, but I don't think anybody wants to sit here all
Bam, bam. I'll even do something for you, Bam, bam. If you want to know how many fantasy points they scored at the World Series, I can let you know.
Hey, I don't need.
Matters.
I don't need training wheels. I mean, I won't lie. I have no freaking idea. I'm just out here throwing.
I was going to say he does. He just not going to take them. The training wheels.
I got no freaking idea here. Give me.
Okay, maybe we will have a
No, I'll take David Smith.
There you go. There you go.
It's funny. Had
That's a
him
good
because
pick.
I made up I have a Braille list here. Here, if anybody wants to see my cheat sheet. I have a Braille list here, and D. Smith was sitting right at the top. Oh, I'm number 2, right?
You're number 2, and you like him, Bam Bam, because he played midfield and he had a lot of putouts, man. He had 48 total fantasy points. They weren't all runs. A lot of them were runs, but
Right. No, I'm good. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Throw me an automatic offensive MVP, Gerald Dykes.
Okay.
Nobody go out hit me. Well, I
Okay.
guess Seth with D. Smith, maybe.
Gerald Dyke is going to the first pick to Neil.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Oh, I gotta write it in.
I got 2, huh?
No.
Yeah, you could take
did.
a second. I need to write in. All right, I already forgot to write in our things. Who do you take, D. Smith?
Yeah, D. Smith.
Uh,
And just for chatting purpose, Gerald Dykes had 24 fantasy points. He had mostly runs. He only had about 4 putouts at the World Series, maybe even 2. I think he only had 2 putouts actually. But he's not usually a defensive player. You ready for me, Neil?
Yes, sir.
Are they using DHs and designated fielders here?
I think they're going to have to, right? I mean, because they want to put everybody in. I mean,
Yeah.
who knows? But so what is going to happen? Bam Bam, is there going to be 3 games total. So there's going to be a Friday night game and 2 Saturday games. So hopefully, these folks will get all at least 10 to 15 at bats, maybe. I don't know, something like that. So at least we have that information. I checked in that with Axel. Let's see. So I'm going to take the 2 top fantasy players in Beat Baseball this year, and that is Ricky Castaneda, who had 66 fantasy points because he had 42 putouts and 24 runs this year, and then Mike Coughlin. Coughlin. I should know that too.
I almost took him with my first pick, but I was like, these idiots are gonna let him slide. I'm gonna get him in the next round. Man, I don't have a shortstop now. I need
this guy had 32 putouts and 24 runs with a new team, Fonzie, and they're both short guys. These guys are, they don't play them anywhere else. Mike Coughlin and Ricky Castaneda aren't gonna play anywhere else in the field but up front. So, but I don't know, playing with these guys, I don't know if anybody's gonna hit anything up front. But oh well. We'll see.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, we have a lot of bombers. Like, people hit bombs in this squad.
I believe it's on you, Neil Dog.
Oh, you're right. I was like, it's on you, Seth. I have all this time to. I was getting caught up over here, but I'm being an idiot. All righty. Justin Holland is off the board.
Justin, yeah, so he's gonna hit a couple home runs, so give you a couple points there.
I get 2, right?
Yeah.
I'll take Richie Kressel and Axel Cox.
Nice,
like defensive combo.
Yeah, and some power. Axel had 27 runs in the World Series. Axel had 36 fantasy points, and Richie Kressel. They both had 36 fantasy points. That's awesome, man.
That's funny.
Oh no, Axel actually had 37. I'm sorry.
All right, that's on me again, right? I gotta get used to this. I gotta scratch out Axel. He gone. Who's that? No, he's gone.
Honey, I'm good.
I'm not very good when I scratch out.
Yeah, I told you, don't even
stuff.
scratch fast. Just use your freaking memory. It's a lot faster, man. Remember how it used to be at the all fantasy football draft.
Quiet.
Sitting there scratching the shit out, man.
Quiet.
Hurry up. Just go.
Quiet.
Damn.
I'm going on vacation to Bora Bora. Throws to Kyle Bora for the Gateway Archers.
Yeah, 47 points in the World Series. This guy is good on both sides, and I don't believe he's an upfront player either. Too Bam Bam. This guy's another midfielder that makes putouts. Heck yeah, good pick, Neil. So I'm gonna pick the fourth highest fantasy producer, at least on this roster, or with this roster of athletes, with Tyler Rodriguez from the Fire. He had 50 points in the World Series. And let's see, who can I pick here? And I guess I'm going to go Ronald Jordan because I want some home runs too. I want some home runs, so I'm going to go Ronald Jordan. The pitchers too, Bam Bam, I believe is, Neil, you would know, is it Jared and Jeremy? Pitchers?
Neil?
Yeah, I've done something wrong. I've left somebody out on my own list.
Uh-oh.
Who was my second pick? Oh, Holland.
Yeah, you get just a
Let me update the list. I keep forgetting to update the list. I just, as soon as you guys pick a name, I go looking for my next pick.
Yeah.
Forget I have work to do. So let me throw in Justin.
Ronald Jordan had 24 points. Most of it was
No, I
runs.
feel every time you keep mentioning how many points people have, I feel like you have an advantage over us, man.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just.
We sat on this damn Zoom call for like 10 minutes beforehand. You didn't have your little stat sheet then.
I told you.
Who
I
this,
told you.
this, and who this and that.
I told you, man. I would.
Hey.
If you asked the name, I would give you. Their fantasy points. I told you I would share my stuff. I've got a cheat sheet, man. Got to come to the fantasy draft with a cheat sheet.
Not cheat sheets. Come on now. Yeah,
It's on me, right?
It's you. Yeah, it's you.
Yeah, okay. Mike Finn is off the board. Mikey P, the pup.
36 points for Mike Finn, man. He was solid. I think he would be your, like, across the years, man. He's like your who used to be that Sean Alexander, or who was like that running back that would always just like Ladainian Thomason. Those running backs that are just like for sure like gonna give you 12, 15 touchdowns.
Yes.
On you for 2, Setar.
Lost to Sean Alexander once in the
Ricky
championship.
Waters for San Francisco 49ers. The Emmitt Smith. We really haven't had anybody since, right? Emmitt Smith.
Yeah, I have no freaking idea at this point. I didn't have any idea before.
Yeah, right.
And now this is normally in the fantasy football where I just start picking Dallas Cowboys because they're the only freaking people I know.
A lot of Texas players still out there.
Yeah, there's
a few.
Texas.
There are a few.
Yeah, a few.
Tyler Gong, scratch.
I don't know. Shit.
There are people waiting on us right now. We're doing a show.
Hey, and
trying
to. If you want to know their fantasy points, just let me know, man.
No, we don't have time.
Yeah, right. I don't want to pick all of them. Give me I get 2, right?
And you get 2, man.
Okay.
Which is really scary.
Yeah, right. Give me I'll take 2 at the same time. In the end, I don't know what the hell. Give me Mark Morris.
Yeah.
Great pick.
And Casey Krause got picked.
Nope, he's there.
There you go. That's up front.
Defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, yeah, 31 putouts, dude. Rookie.
There you go. There you go.
And Mark Morris would have had more if they would have put him in, man.
So Mark's gone. I will take John Margis of the Fire off the board.
Mark Morris only had 12 points because of the lack of volume.
You know what, though? You know what? I mean, when you talk like real wanting to win, and when you're talking about building a fantasy team, like they're two totally different whatever. If I'm a coach of a beatball team, and I need pieces for my defense, Mark Morris is a piece I want on my team.
Yeah.
Period.
He produced every game, every game he was in for sure on both sides. So all right, let's see. I'm gonna take Darius Sterling. I'm gonna take Hillary Oswald. Hillary Oswald.
I was good. That was gonna be my next pick.
She had 28 fantasy points, two below Darius.
Wow.
2 below Darius. 4 beneath me.
No,
Yeah.
I went through the stats up and down for whatever as part of the selection committee, and Hillary Oswald is impressive on both sides of the ball.
All right, but you still are on the clock.
I know I'm filling in his picks from just now.
Oh yes, slow.
And I didn't.
See, y'all on my ass about taking time.
I know.
Yeah.
And here you are. You're taking nonsense.
You know what? I'm
man.
not gonna go look. I'll take Daniel Brock off the board.
Oh, there you go.
Upcoming guest on our show.
And while Bam Bam takes his time.
I was going to take Daniel Brock, so that's.
Now it's going to take way long.
Now it's going to take forever.
We're almost done though. We only
we're
got
getting
like
close.
5 players.
Yeah. Hillary Hall.
All right, then for my first pick, I'll take the black turtle. Give me the black turtle.
Yeah.
Action, Kalari Jackson.
Give me Cubs.
She had a total of 4 fantasy points.
And we've all done fantasy football drafts. So. Is Justin Holland still out there?
No, Bill Johnson.
What about David Smith?
You took him.
No, I mean people always ask these.
No, I know.
Yeah, like, man, come on, no.
Yeah, Peyton Manning's still there.
Yeah, we're in the 15th round. Lamar Jackson is still around?
Yeah.
No, he's not around.
Anybody take Chris McCaffrey yet?
I have 2 picks. Shit, who's left?
You have one more because you had.
Yeah, I mean, you got 2 picks. Who's left?
You got Dakota. You got Stanley Griffin. You got
Richie
Schultz.
Oh, and those are the last 3.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
I have no idea who the middle person you said is. I'll take him.
Stanley Griffin.
There you go. Perfect.
Let's go, dude. You're gonna get a bunch of defensive. He's another short person. Not short person as in stature, but in short field. Yeah, 17 points. They were all put ups. Nice.
I was trying to update the list. I didn't hear the pick.
Stanley Griffin for Bam Bam.
Oh, okay.
So he had Stanley and Kalari.
I am taking Dakota Hogwood off the board. Fire!
Can I trade Richie Schultz for anybody?
Doesn't seem like the numbers are matching up though.
No, that's right.
That was yeah. You already took Griffin. It's like Stanley Griffin's still out there.
Yeah. I got Richie Schultz. He got 24 points.
We're at the bottom of the round. That's right.
Richie Schultz goes last. Mr. Irrelevant. Just kidding.
Mr.
Just kidding. He's gonna be so mad.
Give me a
well,
second.
you know, he should feel good. Zach Rambler didn't even get drafted.
I know Zach Rambler didn't even get drafted.
Didn't even get drafted. Went undrafted.
Give me a second and I'll run down our full teams.
That was a pretty good little handicap you put on the draft there. You know, I think that was a good decision with Zach out. Yeah, 50 fantasy points.
Ah, boo. I messed up.
And we wait.
And we wait.
And we wait. So Neil can update us.
Here we go. Bam Bam team. the Bam Bams. David Smith, Richie Crussell, Axel Cox, Mark Morris, Casey Krause, Kalari Gertley Jackson, and Stanley Griffin. That's a really good team, whether Seth knew what he was doing or not. There were some really good players on that team. All right, let's run down my team. Gerald Dykens, Justin Holland, Kyle Bora, Michael Finn, Johnny Margus, Johnny Ma, Daniel Brock, and Dakota Hogwood. I like my team too. Here we go with the big noise team. Little Meat, Ricky Castaneda. How Castaneda? How were you saying his name during the championship game? Ricardo. Blah, blah, blah.
Ricardo Castaneda.
There you go. Little Meat for us white folk. Mike Coughlin, or as Richie says, Coughlin.
That's how Jaws says it.
T.Y. Rodriguez. Just like me, Richie, blame everything on somebody else.
T.Y., baby.
Ron Jordan,
Mm-hmm.
Day Sterling, and Hillary House Oswell. Oh, and Richie Schultz.
Anybody? Richie Schultz is on the block, trading block.
Yeah, I know. He's gonna be so irritated he got drafted last. He would have been the one left out now that if we would have done it the other way. Oh man.
We would have left some points on the board. He's a lefty, man. He just bombs that thing to like right field every single time. Like, God, man. He's hard to put out.
You know, he gets a lot of credit because he's a really good offensive player, but I think Schultz is a good two-way player.
Oh, sure.
I mean, a few years ago, just 2-3 years ago, I'm not saying he lost anything. You know, different people have good years and whatever, but I mean, just 2-3 years ago, Richie would have been a top 10 pick probably, just because he was putting up great numbers on offense and defense.
Yeah, I mean, I think now they just kind of put him in the right field somewhere so he doesn't get a lot of action.
I'll be honest. After going through these three teams, I think Seth has the best team.
Seth has a good team. He picked first. He should.
I mean, he's got offense and defense. I mean, we all do really.
Hey, I've picked first in other fantasy leagues and not come out with a good team.
Yeah, but no, these are all good players, so it's pretty easy to, it's going to be close. I think it's going to be close. It's going to be interesting.
And do we start 6 people? How does this work?
Yeah, how does it work?
I mean, really, it's your team. You could start it. I would start all 7 since I can. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just in case,
Okay, so you can start all 7. So they're all out there. I don't have to worry about
you got to worry about who your DH and your DF is.
Yeah, we start 7. We start 7.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. That sucks. I'm sorry.
That's funny. I'm just defending this guy. It's like he's not that far removed from the game,
right.
but
it's
tonight
it's just all the names and stuff like that. Well, I was just thinking like, would we have somebody like like a backup that you would have to move in and out of your line?
No, I hear you, but like I figured since you can start 7 when there's a DH, we might as well start all 7. Look at your lineup. Like you got Richie Crussell and Krause that you could play up front. You got D. Smith and Axel. Yeah, God, I don't know who you choose to play up front.
He's gonna make a bunch of putouts up front, dude.
You got Axel and D. Smith who play the middle. Like Axel's a great middle left. D. Smith's great at middle.
Bam Bam's got the best defensive team for sure.
That's a good hitting team too, though.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Mark Morris, like you could play him anywhere that you got a hole. You don't have any holes. That's just a luxury. Kalari could play infield, outfield. It's got a good bat.
Yeah.
So that's
I guess the thing is he has less at bats, at least at the World Series. Like Stanley didn't bat much, and neither did Casey, and neither did Kalari. So I think that's the one thing is like that. But at this tournament, everybody's supposed to be getting playing time. So
where I didn't put my own team together too well is like Dykes and Dakota are used a lot as designated hitters.
Right.
So I've got two. Although Dykes was playing, I've seen Dakota play in the field quite a bit. I wouldn't have any hesitation putting her in the field. Gerald played in the field this year more. I don't know. I drafted Daniel Brock, who's a great hitter, but I don't know a lot about his defense. So even though I'm defensive minded, I don't know. I put together more of an offensive team.
5 games, 0 putouts in defense for at the World Series. Brock, but I don't know where he was at. He's probably in the back. He's a rookie. Austin puts rookies in the deep right.
Well, you put like he's not their most. They've got other players who are more experienced. You're not gonna put a rookie Daniel Brock up at shortstop unless at practice he outplayed everybody else. You know what I mean?
Casey Krause.
Yeah, no, I mean it can happen, but I mean it's not just he's a rookie. You're gonna put him in right field.
You got to show it at practice.
You got experience on the Blackhawks and on the Fire. That's what makes Casey more impressive. Although I guess I kind of assume John Margus played short for them. And
he's a big guy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like third base mid usually. Like he's that strong side mid.
So Krause is their shortstop?
Yep. Krause, and I think Tyler was like short right.
See, now Tyler is somebody when he was with the Thunder, I think he's a great mid left. Like when they had Eric up front, Tyler in the middle, and Bueller in the back, that was the best left field probably at that time. And I think that was the best defensive left field.
He plays it too, I think there too, whenever John doesn't play it or when they want to switch things up. But yeah, I think he was pretty versatile for them. I mean, he makes 20 some putouts, 28 putouts. That's the most putouts he's put out. I mean, he's made in his career at a World Series. Tyler Rodriguez.
So with your lineup, Richie, you got me, Coughlin, Jordan, Hillary, Rodriguez. Where are you playing your team? Who's playing where?
Let's see. So Ricky and Mike are going to be up front. I'll probably put Ricky in short right. I'll put Mike at shortstop.
Right. I'd go that route.
I would. So I have Hillary. I have which Rodriguez? What are we talking about?
Tyler.
Tyler. Yeah. So yeah.
You got Alec Rodriguez.
Right. So I'll put Tyler in. Where you were talking about, right? Mid left, right?
Right.
Got let's see, Ronald Jordan.
You got Jordan. You got House. Another good infielder.
I'll probably put her at mid right. So right behind Ricky, and put Ronald Jordan in deep right where he likes to hit the ball. Maybe and then who else do I have?
You got Sterling and Schultz.
I'm screwed. Okay, well, I think what I'm going to have to do is put Darius Sterling in deep left to make to rob, kind of break some hearts back there, man, because he's a good defender, but. I don't know, does he normally play short for? Yeah, he plays short.
Shortstop for
basically I have 3 shortstops.
Yeah, right.
When I submit my lineup, am I gonna have to do all this? So people in right?
No,
we're not even submitting anything. I plan to post our list in the comment section.
So now I have to see if I can make sure that they actually score keep at this thing.
But we do need to post our lineups because we have to basically decide who's a DH and who's a DH.
All right. I never
not in my post our lineups. I'm just amongst ourselves.
No, we don't have to have a DF. Man, let's just take their total scores because we don't know. I think everybody's going to try to at bat. You know what I mean? I think they're going to try to at bat everybody. I don't think they're going to. They might do a DFDH, but I'm pretty sure Kalari's gonna get some at bats. I hope. You know what I mean?
In my mind, I never went as far as thinking as we would take these. I just figured, the other show we were trying to put together didn't work out. And Richie and I were talking public relations Thursday nights, like, let's do this. And it just kind of fell into place. I didn't go as far as thinking we're going to keep score at the All-Star weekend to see who did better. I'm cool with that, except for the fact I went to
so we did this and we weren't going to keep score.
I mean, we might as well, but I guess I would have thought about doing it different.
Everybody gets a ribbon.
I think they consider two of the players like alternates. I don't know if they're going to let everybody play. So I don't know. Who cares, though?
And I think that's what it is. Like, let's just take the scores out of it, what everybody produces, whether they, I mean, I've been told that they're going to let everybody play. Everybody's going to get some play time.
Well, I got the best hitter, so I'm going to win that thing, man. I'm in good shape. You guys are done. Neil Dog, Team Neil Dog, baby. All right, fellas. Well, I got to get out of this screen, but I figure we have done enough for everybody tonight. Anybody that did join us has probably had enough.
Sorry.
Seth is about ready for a nap. Let me do the stop share. And there's our. Oh, I have to go do a different end button.
It'd be like it would be my day today. It would be like getting ready, getting in the van to go out to the World Series game and hearing your pitcher's not coming to the game. Sorry, no pitcher today. Oh, okay.
Man, I've been there. I've been there. It's not a fun feeling, Bam Bam. I feel your pain, man.
I tried to pull the music back up. So we have the music going as we go out, but I hit the wrong button. Shocking enough. So I'll say, man, that's enough. Richie, man, thanks for coming and hanging out with us, dude.
All right, dude.
Appreciate it. Always. Keep up the good work.
Richie.
Yes.
When we're done, do not just hang up.
He was like, he had a finger on the button.
Yes, exactly. Do not hang up. We jump every time. We're like, oh, he's already gone. All right. So
I'm gonna say, love you guys.
we always spend about 10 minutes laughing at you after you leave because it's like, Richie, thanks so much. And then I get that notification from Zoom. He/him has left the meeting.
I'm so used to it at work. I'm so used to it. We're like, hey, thanks for the appointment. Yeah, thanks for your appointment. Bye.
This was fun, man. I appreciate it, you guys. Thanks, Richie. Thank you, Frank Porter, even though you're not working this weekend, for everything you do for us. Thank you, Darren Keepers, for helping out tonight. Thank you, Seth Dog, for always joining me. I hope you sleep well. Sweet dreams, sweetness.
Sure, yeah. All right. I'm sorry.